let's keep an eye on that as this match progresses.
And Alshon starting off strong with a nice stab backhand volley. Fed unable to return it, gets the side out here early.
Of course, at the Masters, we have a tradition of all white here at Mission Hills Country Club.
And again, that's well done from Christian Alshon, making his way to the kitchen, but not rushing, still being patient. Gets him on the board first.
1-0.
And Fed unable to handle that drive from Alshon.
2-0.
Yeah, that's just excellent anticipation by Alshon, knowing that Fed was going to roll that backhand down the line. Fed's favorite little roll backhand flick is straight in front of him. He doesn't go as much on a sharp angle cross court. And Alshon, of course, has done his research, and they've played before, and he anticipated that really well. And there's a freebie there from Fed. Yeah, that's excellent pressure there by Fed at that kitchen line, really controlling that point.
That's a big run from Alshon to start off this match. Gets 4 points. Fed with the serve now. We'll see what he can do. And Fed gets some love off the net. And that gives him his first point of this game. 1-4, Staksrud to serve.
1-4.
Alshon with the ATP on the backhand there.
Kristen doing a super job there of waiting long enough for that ball to spin out wide enough. We can go to the ATP. That's the mistake that a lot of amateurs make, is they get anxious to hit it too early and it's not wide enough. And there, Alshon just changed his mind on what he wanted to do there and never committed to the shot.
4-1.
Staksrud hits the drive down the line, able to get it past Alshon, caught him leaning to his right.
2-4.
So we're at 2-4 here. That's a one that Fed loves to have. It's one of his favorite shots, is that inside-outside forehand that a guy named McGuffin basically patented here on the PPA Tour. Very well controlled point there by Staksrud, all set up by a very deep return to the Alshon backhand. I think that's the real key for both players in this matchup, is that second shot, the return of serve.
And Staksrud hits another forehand winner down the line, takes it in stride on his way up to the kitchen, and gets it past Alshon on that backhand side. It makes it 3-4, Staksrud on serve.
So after Christian comes out on fire with an early 4-0 lead, Staksrud making a run here.
And that's well done by Staksrud, just had a great forehand drive.
So after a very slow start there by Staksrud, coming down 0-4 early, has ripped off 6 straight points here against Alshon, capped out by a phenomenal backhand ATP.
That's a nice response from Christian Alshon there. Just saw the opportunity for forehand volley, took it cross court, and now he'll have a chance to go on a run of his own, down 4-6 here in game 1. That's a well-constructed point right there from Christian Alshon, just varying where he's going. He went a few to the forehand volley of Fed, then he changed it up, went to the backhand.
I really like how Christian is doing that. He's moving Fed around. He's not being predictable in his passing shots and keeping Fed guessing where he's going off that forehand and backhand pass. And there's a rare unforced error off the Fed backhand volley, maybe his favorite shot in the game. So we are all tied up here at 6-6.
And again, changing direction. Alshon went cross court to the Fed backhand, changing it to the forehand, able to get the unforced error. He's got the lead here, 7-6 in game 1.
7-6.
He just totally shanked that serve. He totally mishit it. So that's going to give Fed the ball back here, serving at 6-7. Just a perfect day for pickleball. It's 60 degrees, 4-mile-an-hour wind.
And that drive from Fed is going to drop. So much topspin he generates on that forehand.
I thought Alshon was there, and he could have hit the forehand volley, but he thought that ball was going long, and yesterday it would have been long with that wind.
And that's back-to-back devastating drives from Federico Staksrud off that forehand wing.
And a little show of frustration there by Christian, kicking that ball back away from Fed. So let's see if Alshon can refocus here, get us all-important side out as he is down 7-8 here in game 1 of this 2 out of 3 games to 11. Oh, terrific court coverage there by Alshon after a really nice deep return into the Fed backhand corner.
7-8.
Oh, wow. I mean, Fed was loving his deep return down the middle, which usually doesn't give your opponent a great angle, but credit to Alshon for creating that forehand angle cross-court dipping into the corner.
What a shot there from Christian Alshon. A long game of cat and mouse.
Time to set up. You got to make his passing shot a little bit more challenging.
And a great, patient, disciplined point from Federico Staksrud there at the kitchen.
And that was the key term, is disciplined. Fed could have gone for much more on 3 of those volleys, but didn't. Kept the pressure on, kept it in play. He knows that Alshon's gonna miss that little drop before Fed misses an easy volley, so I love the patience he just displayed on that point. And a weak return of serve by Alshon proves very costly there.
Staksrud able to take that forehand in stride, drives it past Alshon, and we're tied here at 9 in game 1.
9-9.
Oh, Alshon hit a phenomenal return. He decides to go on this return of serve. I think he's gonna go deep backhand return and come in strong. Oh, Oh, and Fed with tremendous hustle tries to curl the forehand in, and it just misses. So an all-important side out for Christian here, serving at 9-10. What an incredible game one here on the grandstand court.
And Fed with the deep volley, just keeping Alshon under pressure there, causes the defensive shot to go into the net. And the number 2 seed's got another game point here.
10-9.
And the difference in that game, those last 2 points, were 2.
The official ball of the PPA Tour.
Yeah, don't hit me, I'ma fall like face it. None of y'all can stop me, say it with me like face it. Shut it down, you know I'm the one doing face it. None of y'all can stop me, say it with me like face it. Face it. Face it.
Staksrud gets the side out to start game 2. And that return falling into the net for Alshon there.
Just another miss hit there, and it looks like Alshon might be switching paddles after a couple of miss hits, or I should say he's ready for a hat on this beautiful sunny day here in the desert. Oh, terrific court coverage from both players, and Alshon finishes it off with a beautiful roll backhand volley.
And what a shot there from Christian Alshon. Goes cross court on the forehand at the kitchen. Looked like he might try and target the Federico Staksrud backhand, but he tricked the Argentinian. And that's going to tie it up at 1 apiece here in game 2.
One of the ways that Alshon generates such angles is he really extends his arm to create the angle, and there's another miss hit on the Fed return. I really like how both players are getting their serves really deep in the court with a lot of topspin to make that ball kick. And there's a phenomenal return of serve by Staksrud, getting that deep in the Alshon backhand corner, putting a lot of pressure on his pass.
And what a shot from Staksrud. Alshon deciding to leave it. Looked like it may go a little long, but with that topspin, it just dropped right in to the back of the court.
Yeah, you know, my feeling on that is if you're in doubt, you got to hit it. That's a really good volley by Alshon. That had a lot of slice spin. The ball didn't come up. Made Fed's next shot really tough. And Fed getting a little greedy on that return. So Alshon taking a 3-2 lead here in game 2 after an incredibly competitive game 1.
Nope, dale, dale, dale.
That shot there from Staksrud, catching Alshon on the move. Little game of cat and mouse there at the kitchen. Gets the side out here, or ties it up at 3.
Alshon very upset with him.
Welcome back. Game 2 here in the men's singles semifinal. It's a great point by Christian Alshon to get the side out, serving 3-4. That's a nice combo there from Alshon. Goes up the line with the backhand drive, takes the volley cross court, ties it up at 4.
Great return there by Fed, getting that ball deep. Angle to the forehand side, catching Alshon leaning a little bit left. Wow, that's great court coverage there by Alshon. Fed hit a really good forehand pass down the line. And Alshon anticipating that really well, and a super backhand slice volley.
Great backhand volleys up the line. One stab from the transition zone, moves in behind it, and then takes it behind Fed's back.
Alshon, such an efficient mover around the court. You know, he's not just long.
You need it on court S2. Second call. Tressler to court S2.
4-5.
A great forehand drive there from Staksrud. Gets it down the line. That's going to tie it up at 5.
Oh, excellent forehand stab volley there by Christian, and really getting Staksrud on the move there. So he's got the ball back here at 5-5, looking to make a run here. Game 2. Oh, great hustle there by Alshon. He got the forehand swing and just sails long.
5-5.
Alshon got away with that. Got nothing on that backhand volley. It floated up high, and I think actually surprised Staksrud that that shot was there.
5-5.
Oh, really good drop there by Christian. I like that decision. Instead of going for the hard passing drive, drops it in the kitchen and fouls it in and puts a lot of pressure on Staksrud. That's just an incredible volley. I mean, Alshon hit a really good forehand pass, and Fed leaning to his right early and anticipating that ball going down that line, in a phenomenal cross-court punch volley.
5-6.
that backhand flick down the line is going to sail long, so Alshon gets the ball back, trying to get to the all-important 7 here. Great atmosphere all weekend long here on this grandstand court at the Hyundai Masters, powered by Invited.
6-5.
Great hustle there by Alshon. Fed putting a lot of pressure on him from the kitchen line. Just unable to work his way back there.
Just took a tough target going down the line over the highest part of the net. If that would have gone back cross court, it actually would have been in.
That's a great volley there. Great stab volley like we saw earlier from Alshon. Gets it cross court out of Fed's reach. Gets the side out here at 6-5.
6-5.
And Alshon serving from deeper in the court.
And unlucky there for Alshon. Fed gets some love off the tape on the return. And we are locked in a stalemate here in game 2.
Boy, great serve, and sets up an amazing pass there by Fed. You just got to give credit when a guy hits a ball like that.
6-6.
Yeah, really good decision there by Alshon, taking that down the line. Fed thought he was going to be going cross court, was leaning hard to his left. Couldn't quite catch up to that ball. Athletes. And Fed getting a little bit greedy on that return. Sails a foot long. Gives Alshon a lead here.
Great point by both players there, battling it out at the kitchen line. Staksrud on the return just gets in a better position, able to put it away. He'll get the side out here down 6-7. Another back and forth game here in game 2.
6-7.
And Alshon getting that backhand volley to bounce twice. Fed unable to get there, gets the side out right back. And Alshon making use of his reach on that backhand side.
So this is a trend that we're seeing working for Christian, where he has that little backhand flick down the line to the Fed forehand. And there's Fed's favorite little backhand roll down the line. We see that a lot in doubles as well. If you hang the ball high to him on that backhand side, even tape high to the net, he's as good as anybody. I'd say Ben Johns is #1 at that, but I'd say Fed is #2. Oh, and another freebie missed return of serve by Alshon here. So we're at 7-8 here in game 2.
No, right.
Ball was out. Ball was out.
I thought that ball was out. We're right along that sideline there, and I agree with that call by Alshon. So Kristen's going to try to get to 9 here. He must have this game to force a deciding game 3.
The volley from Fed there, just dying when it hit the court.
very, very upset with himself because he knows he had 2 opportunities to win that point and just didn't do enough with the volley and kept Fed in there, and then Fed got the one to close it out. So 9-8, he's 2 points away from the match, and that's going to be a reserve after that net court. And you're going to get a timeout. So match point here.